As you can imagine, at the minute, a lot of candidates ask the question, you know, how do I find the job market? What are my perceptions of the market as we enter 2012? I think it's a difficult question to answer. It's certainly a changeable market from month to month. We have seen the interim side steady over the past 18 months. A lot of interim appointments around, on the HR side, around project work for, as you'd imagine, restructuring, change management. Permanent side, we have seen an upturn since the start of the year. We've been busy at the kind of middle to more senior end of the HR market, so 35k and up has been busy on the permanent side. Likewise, the temporary side, which is a growing part of our business, has really taken off. A lot of organisations are looking for temporary help around similar sort of things that we were talking on the interim project side, but basically helping out with backlogs in caseload and the like. So overall, the picture in the market, I would say, is it's mixed. There's no getting away from that. I'm not going to sit here. But equally, there are signs that things are picking up slowly, and I think that's borne out as well by the reports that the REC put out, and the reports that come out from various organisations that mirror the employment market. That said, you know, nationally unemployment figures are on the increase, and it's been a fairly static market for a little bit of time. Candidates, what do they need to do to work in a market like that? I think a lot of it comes down to the candidate approach, by which I mean that any approach that the candidate makes in the current market has got to be elevated above 99% of the people out there. So, you know, merely playing a numbers game and firing your CV off to as many organisations as you possibly can, or as many roles as you spot on job sites, it never would work. But in the current market, it's, you know, you're banging your head against a brick wall effectively. So any advice I would give to candidates on that side: be smart, be focused in your approach. Obviously I'm going to say this because I'm a recruitment consultant, but using a good consultant to firstly help direct you. So if we're dealing with a role, for example, I would always sit or speak to a candidate about the job description, take them through it, make suggestions of how they need to pitch the CV according to that job description, and guide them through it that way. I think the big difference between applying for a job on a job board, where in all likelihood you're going to be going through an agency before you get anywhere near a client, and actually speaking to a recruiter and finding out what the job's all about, is a good recruiter who understands the client well, and has that relationship with the client is your foot in the door, which otherwise you might not have. So a lot of candidates are saying to me in the current market, well, you know, I've spoken to XYZ recruiter and they've told me that the client is only looking for the exact experience in the exact sector, in the exact personality fit. And the cynic in me sometimes thinks, well, that's quite an easy route for the recruiter to take, because their job is made easier if they're not asking any questions of the client, or if they're not putting people in a shortlist that don't fit the identikit, you know, easy route for that client. And I think, again, building up a relationship with the recruiter who's prepared to maybe stretch the boundaries a little bit in terms of what the client's looking for, and approach the client with good reasons why they should see you, positions you well in the market. It gives you more of an opportunity to actually get in front of people, which is effectively our job. And at that point, you know, your own interview skills and your own technical competencies take over. So overall, job market, slight upturn, I would say, and your approach to it, obviously speak to me and speak to Exclusive, and just be structured and focused in your approach.